Guys. Guys. You know what? This music's too low. Too low. It's not what we're looking for here, guys. What's going on, everybody? There's a lot to say. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. There's the stuff. Ooh, that's the stuff. It hits good, doesn't it, guys? Oh. So, we like this chapter. Now, guys, you know how much I enjoy to say, I told you so. Alright? Okay. We don't have the party lights up currently. Did you want the party lights up? Did you want the party lights up? What do you mean, no audio? Can you not hear me? Guys? Can you hear me? Okay, right. You're all crazy. Anyway, guys. Now, I love to say that I told you so. Now, the thing is, guys, what were you worried about? Of course, this is where we'd end up. Why did you even doubt it? I'm so proud of my boy. Okay, I'm so proud of my boy. I knew that he'd step up. I told you he would step up. Alright, Jenny. Fair enough. 7 months. Wow. Zuma tier, everybody. Alright, where is it? The work I have to put in. Hold on. Give me a second. Blind my eyes. Ah, goddamn. It burns. Are you happy? Are you happy, guys? Whew, look at us. Guys. What did I say? I told you. You know? God damn. Oh. No, yes. Right, yeah, of course he was gonna step up. I absolutely fucking love this chapter. Alright? Like this chapter was amazing. We've come such a long way recently, alright? Because obviously things were a bit crazy. Things got a little bad at times. Let's be honest, right? Let's just be really honest. the typhoon man thing, and the whole frog chameleon thing, it wasn't that great, all right? Okay, I was struggling to fall in love with it. Oh, Many, thank you for the donation. $10 earns you yourself a silly guy. There you go. No, it's beautiful. Look, guys, I'm so fucking excited to go through this chapter again from the beginning. I've exclusively not gone through it again since reading it for the first time because I didn't want to I want as unfiltered as I can give this to you. All right? This is it, Charlie. This is what I'm saying. This was the point of it. Oh, Orbis, thank you. 8 months. Oh my fucking god. 8 months is crazy. That's Orbis. He's my first member. So he's the barometer. He's the one to beat, guys. You're gonna have to get his card cancelled. Don't do that. Anyway, we're getting off topic, right? We're getting off topic. This was it. And I'm so pleased. Because, look, a couple of weeks back, was it a couple? 2 weeks, 3 weeks back, when obviously Momo got big and she lost her memory, and we all freaked out. And I told you, I pleaded, I bargained with you guys to stay positive, to stay happy, and to be in it with me, right? Because he's not let us down yet, really. He's not dropped the ball yet. And here we are. I'm very pleased because this is what it's all about. We're back to the basics of it, right? And like I said back then, I'm telling you, the hopium, it does wonders for you guys. It does wonders. You gotta be huffing that hopium, all right? In this chapter, it's like it's like a repeat. You see a repeat as I wanted to see a repeat of those previous steps. But this is the... Oh, thank you, Nachan. Oh, 8 months. Amazing. Thank you. Yes. 8 months is wild. Again, wild. And thank you, Zilvi. Thank you so much for the donations. I appreciate that so much. It means the world to me. Thank you. I'm so fucking excited to just be doing this, to be talking about this. This is the first time as a community that we've gotten Momo and Okarun in the same fucking chapter. That's the point we're at. That's the point we're at, guys. It's not the proper Momo, so I'm not counting it as a Momokarun chapter. I don't count it as our first Momokarun chapter, but we are here. All right, and it is amazing. And guys, as usual, for those of you who don't usually watch the... Oh my god, another 8-monther. Blissy, thank you. Thank you, everybody, by the way, who's been a member for even a minute. Even a minute, it means so much to me. It means so much to me. Support, 4 months, incredible. Right, you guys aren't going to stop me from getting through the chapter. Guys, those of you who don't usually show up to the streams, number one, if you're a lurker, thank you for being here. You don't have to engage. It's just knowing you're there is enough for me. I'm typically a lurker as well, so I have a soft spot for you guys. But here we are, and so how I usually do it is I'll go through the chapter on my other screen, and we'll just talk about it loosely as we go. If you want to follow along, there's a link pinned in the live chat. All right. Guys, and Patreon, obviously. Anybody following me on Patreon, paying on Patreon, thank you so much. It's the only reason I can do any of this, right? It's the only reason that any of this makes sense for me. So thank you. Genuinely thank you. Right, okay. As I'm going to try my best to keep up with comments, but when we get a lot of people in, I sometimes let them slip, so I apologize in advance. But, guys, what I fucking love about this chapter is, and I remember talking about to you guys about it a few weeks back, is that we go back to these situations that we've seen already. This chapter is a bit of a repeat of a previous chapter. When Gigi first showed up and Okarun was crumbling, in that moment, he chose to give up. He chose to surrender to Gigi because he didn't have the confidence in him to think that he could win Momo's heart. Even though that's what he wanted to do, he didn't believe that he could. And it wasn't until he saw Taru that confidence was forced upon him, thrust into his life by seeing somebody else, even if it didn't make sense, pushing for this. But not this time. We see that same event, and this is what's so wonderful. This is what is so wonderful about revisiting similar situations or the same situation that you see previously, right? Like, revisiting these things and doing them again, you get to see how the characters act differently this time. That shows us all who he is now versus who he was then, and everything that's happened since then and what is done, what is brought into his life. And he is a different guy now. He's a different guy. And the end of this chapter is gold. It's gold. This chapter is golden. It's perfect. This is the best chapter probably since the Danmara arc. This is the best chapter of the year, easily, so far. I thought the big Momo getting big again would be my thing, right? I thought that would be my thing. This is it though. This is what Okarun is. This is what he's all about underneath it all. I'm so proud of this guy. Now, obviously, it's not going to be super easy. It's not just going to happen next chapter. It'll take a bit of work. But this confirms to me that this whole memory thing, I don't think it will go on that long. As we talked about previously, I don't think it will go on that long. I think by Christmas. This is like as good as it gets. But here's the thing, guys. And when I get to it in this chapter, you know what? I'm just going to start the chapter, and when we get to, we're going to have a lot to talk about. And Miko and Muko, they're also in it. This is a fucking good chapter. This is back to the basics. This is the stuff that this is the stuff I felt I'd missed by not getting in on the ground floor. This is what I thought I'd miss by not getting in on the ground floor. I thought I'd only be able to see this stuff rehashed out in the anime. And Ida's back because her back is healed, of course. Oh my god, 5th gram. 7 months as well. Thank you. 7 months is wild. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Like, genuinely, I don't know how to repay that. I just scream at my monitor for you for as long as that. All right? And I don't intend on stopping, so let's just keep going. Right, okay. So, as I said, guys, link is in the live chat, pinned in the live chat. If you guys want to follow along, otherwise we'll just use it to loosely kind of converse about the chapter, right? So, it opens up with Okarun walking to school, and he's doing the thing that Momo does to try to control her chi, right? To conjure up her chi. Which is great because he's taking this seriously. Number one, it's really... the guy's a devoted guy, right? Like he means it. He means it. He wants to get stronger. And do you know what's crazy? What's really crazy about all of this is I haven't really minded Okarun not having powers. It's been so long since he's had powers. He's had powers for well, he's lost his powers and he hasn't had them for a very, very long time. Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. He's still pushing himself, right? Like in the Damara arc, the guy fucking fought a yokai face to face without any powers because he had to. That's so badass. Who does that? Who does that? And he fucking came out on top as well. You know? All right, Zilvi, thanks for joining. But you know what I mean? I miss Turbo Granny too. It's been like 40-something chapters now, I think. Probably, yeah, something like that. Maybe more. It's been a minute. Yeah. And then Hase, he beat Hase. He just keeps going. He keeps pushing himself, and that's what he's about. He's not about to stop and sit down. And I fucking love that about his character. That is his character to me. That is the core of his character, is that determination. You know? The guy doesn't give the fuck up. When something means something to him, he goes and he gets it. And he pushes himself beyond his own limits. Even when he had the powers, that's what he was doing. Right? The guy is dynamite, man. The guy is dynamite. You know? Yeah, well, his powers aren't in his balls now. His powers are gone. But, you know, maybe he does have some kind of innate power. I mean, that's what we're banking on with this training stuff, aren't we? He stood up to the evil eye without his powers, of course. Anyway, he's walking to school and he's trying to visualize the chi coming out of his head and gathering the energy around his navel. Same as Momo. This has been the standard practice, right? He's not a prodigy. He's not a prodigy like Gigi, but that's fine. That's fine because what Okarun doesn't have in raw potential, he has in determination, and that's his whole bag, man. You know, he's not. I don't know. He's just. I love this about his character is that he just pushes himself to be better, and every time that's what leads to him getting better. I don't know why my focus is out, but anyway, yeah. So he's also getting laughed at by girls on the way there, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's fine with that. My boy is fine with that. Come on, man. What are you doing? Focus. Focus. Anyway, what are we doing? Yes, right. So he's walking to school. He's doing his whole thing, and two girls start making fun of him. They can go to hell. Those girls can go to hell. They're the worst. Making fun of him, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's still got this like little social anxiety, my poor boy. But it doesn't matter. You know? He just grins it and bears it. And then Ida pops up, which is very cute, right? I love Ida. It's been a minute. When did we see Ida last, actually? We haven't seen her since all the stuff in the gym, right? So it is good to see her. It is very good to see Ida because I don't know, she is very cute. She's just a cute like friend. I love that about her. Yeah, I know. And it's nice that she's willing to just jump in there. And everybody else obviously freaks out as well because Ida is Ida, right? And everybody knows that. Yeah, she's not. We've not seen her for a while. It's been weeks and weeks, months even. So it's good to see her. It's good to see Ida, right? And I love the joy that she brings into the chapter. You know, you know what's also really nice about this as well is normally when Ida and Okarun are hanging out, it just kind of feels like she's kind of working him a bit, right? Like she's. I suspect that my focus is being thrown off by the lights behind you, but if it looks too bad, guys, let me know, and I'll turn it off. Anyway, what I feel like we normally see with Ida is that she's always trying to kind of like work Okarun emotionally, like romantically. That's her thing. But here, this feels like a bit of a friend moment. You know, they're just kind of like chilling out together, and it feels like they have this normal chemistry here, and it's really nice. Yeah, it always feels like there's a show involved, but I feel like Ida is a lot more comfortable in her own skin these days, you know? It feels like a friendship, and that's quite refreshing, I think. I do think, obviously, she's still got, like, a huge, huge crush on the guy, right? Like, that's her whole bag. But it does show that there is something outside of that, which we don't often see, I don't think, when it comes to Ida. I feel like we usually just see the, that other side of her, that front of hers. But this is nice. I like this. Anyway, so she starts to question what it is that he's doing with his chi and all of this, with the act in the morning. And we find out more about Ida. Turns out that Queen Sensei does have powers, and she uses them to heal people. She's a nurse, obviously. But, so yeah, she just kind of managed to take the healed Ida, but in doing so, it appears that she kind of like takes on the damage, right? Like takes it onto herself, I think. Yeah, her level of So the more it's the more that she heals someone, the more that she has to take that on herself, right? Yeah, it's a bit of a green. There you go, Blessed. Yes, it's like a Green Mile type vibe. Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that. Of course I was about to say that. Anyway, yeah, so Ida is also doing the thing on the way to school. And you know what's really nice about that, about the fact that she's doing that at all? It feels like she's doing that to make him more comfortable doing it, right? And this is a thing about Ida. She gives people what it is that they need. Right, and she has done since the beginning. She's there, like, you know, she's there with people, and socially that tends to manifest by giving people, or rather having the intuition to know what it is that somebody needs in a situation, and then providing that to them. And she's doing that here to make him more comfortable. You know, which is nice because he's not going to stop doing it, and that's badass. Good for him. It also shows how much he remembers about what Momo told him all that time ago, right? About how she would walk to school, and he's kind of taken that on himself. But one thing that is to be confirmed here is that it seems like Queen Sensei is not an enemy, which I'll take. I'll take that. I'll tell you what. There are a lot of people who come back in this chapter, right? This chapter feels like everybody's finally back together, but it feels like that's overshadowed by all of the stuff with Okarun and Momo. And that's not a bad thing necessarily. There's just so much happening. There's so much happening in this chapter that it's nice to be able, because I'm going to be honest, when I read this the first time, I just kind of zipped through a lot of it mentally because of the main stuff. So seeing this and kind of like taking this in is really nice. And like I said, Ida is just joy. Ida is just a joy of a character, you know. But then Okarun explains to Ida that he's increasing his spiritual power by training, apparently, right? And Ida points out that that's the exact same thing Gigi was doing. And yeah, so he's trying to make it so that he can root himself so that he can't be budged. Yeah, I mean, when the whole group's together, I'll kind of talk about the group dynamic because there's no Rin in here either, right? And it feels like the main group still kind of is still kind of is Gigi, Ida, Okarun, Momo, and Vamola. I imagine not everybody walks the same way to get to school, right? But I don't know. I mean, to be honest, like it's fine. You know, it's fine. Anyway, then Ida is trying to push Okarun to knock him over. Clubhouse soon. Clubhouse soon. It's fucking coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. 3 times before the end of the series. They're going to use the Clubhouse 3 times before the end of the series, goddammit. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, it's going to be a good chapter when that happens, guys. Anyway, she tries to push over Okarun, and he moves. And it's definitely... It's flirty. I mean, it's a flirty kind of interaction. But, again, it feels more genuine. It feels more genuine than her usual behavior. It kind of weirdly feels more like a Momo and Okarun kind of thing. Yeah, there'll be no living with me for sure. And she has epic fail. She says epic fail. But yeah, I mean, it feels more like a genuine kind of like chemistry there. And I think that what we're gonna get, and this confirms to me at least a little bit, that I feel like we're getting a bit of a kind of like rehash of some of the old stuff, right? And when Okarun remembers all of the things that he's been through with Momo, I'll talk about what I mean about in regards to that in a little bit more depth. So bear with me, guys. But anyway, Gigi shows up and then he accuses them of being all flirty in the morning, and he has like his whole I don't know what the hell. Look at him. He's a fucking idiot, man. I love Gigi. This is the gang, by the way. This is the gang. These are the guys. This is our group. You know, everybody's reunited. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what Gigi's whole vibe is here. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what his whole vibe is here, because he's all like, oh, because Okarun immediately asks about Momo, obviously. But then he's all like, oh, she's totally fixed. It's like, I don't think amnesia, like, the thing is, Gigi, bro, if she hadn't been small before, and then she's gotten big, right, but she's got amnesia, I get that is an upgrade, but that doesn't mean all fixed. If she hadn't gotten small beforehand, if she had never gotten small beforehand, you wouldn't be that this would just be a problem. It wouldn't be like an upgrade from a worse problem, right? You know? Oh yeah, it is Ida that's asking. Quite right, Natchan. Thank you for pointing that out. Anyway, everybody's really happy, and it turns out Momo's arriving, and Okarun is obviously flustered and flushed. And then there she is, and she doesn't really respond to anybody. Yeah, it's messed up. Like, I think we all knew. Look, this is a positive. This chapter is such a positive. This is the best way that I think Tatsu could have handled this, because my worry was that we were going to drag out this she doesn't know who people are, they don't know how to react to it kind of thing. And it's obviously a very painful thing. It's a very painful thing to see. But it doesn't feel it doesn't stab you as hard as you'd think it would. And that's great, I think. Because it could have gone for a long time, right? But Okarun's resolve, I love it. It's amazing. No, but there's something to be said just about this, right? She never wears her school jacket, right? She never wears her school jacket. And the fact that she is, in my opinion, is a little bit important, right? Because what it says to me, because she's got a normal uniform underneath the jacket. To me, that screams, at least from like a kind of metaphorical position, that there is a layer over the top, that she is beneath something, right? That the real Momo is hidden beneath this layer of somebody else, of someone else. This doesn't look like her. It's the complete opposite to the color to the kind of like color scheme that she would normally wear, right? She very rarely wears like just dark colors and stuff, and she doesn't wear a blazer really. To me, it's not even like an emotional thing necessarily. It is just as fucking clear a metaphor as you can get that there is something over the top of who she is. There is something covering it. That she is underneath a layer, a veneer of somebody else, right? And when she's walking away later, you can almost mistake her for somebody else, you know? Her psyche is buried beneath someone more generic. Her psyche is under there somewhere, and the trick is to peel away that layer. That's what this screams to me, because she doesn't wear a jacket. She never wears a jacket. Why would she be wearing a jacket if not to scream something to us about the you know, from a design perspective, what's happening here? Because this isn't really the Momo that we know, you know? And she's in there. She's buried away in there. And it's a beautiful thing that this is something that they're no, don't peeling. Yeah, let's be careful about peeling. Yeah, so it's nice. I mean, it's to me, that's what it screams. It screams to me that is the general kind of like metaphor that we're going for here, and that's cool, right? I love that kind of stuff. And I do think that Tatsu would put that kind of effort into his character, you know, into the situation, into the metaphor of the situation. But there is the way that they look at each other, that Momo and Okarun look at each other. It says that there is something else there, a feeling, and as Sarah pointed out, the bubbles, the soju bubbles around them, right? Like the spark is there. It's always been there. It's not something that's just driven by situation, and that's what we were talking about not long back, right? Is that it's not about all of the experiences. It's not just about the experiences. It's about them just jiving, just working, right? Like it's about the fact that they fit so well. And it also screams to me that on some levels there's a recognition, right? It's yeah, it's very cool. It's nice, but it's also really sad. It's really sad, isn't it? It is really sad. Yeah, I think no, but you know what it is? Like I think that you can look at the panels, and you can see nuances. You can see incredible nuances in there that speak 1,000 words, right? And that's what's really nice about the way that Tatsu kind of like... that's what's really nice about the way that Tatsu just does his art. Or at least maybe this is our level of understanding of the characters, his art style. I don't know. But it says a lot just in that. And the fact that they took the time and the energy to do that, to have those panels in there, is important. There's a lot of sadness carried in it, but I suppose there's just things left unsaid that, yeah, I mean, amnesia, man. Oh my god. Amnesia. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Anyway, this is the main group, guys, right? I'm just going to show you it. This is the main group. I know that, like, Rin, that's how love restarts, you know? I know that Rin and Kinta aren't there, but, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's how love restarts, you know? It's beautiful, guys. Knocked out my headphone. Okay. Cool. Now I'm dead. Yeah. No, anyway. Nice hoodie. You like this hoodie? This is by Angle in our community. Safetiesonrookie.com if you want to get your hands on some Safeties on Rookie merchandise, yeah? And we've also got this one as well by Kells, guys. SafetiesOnRookie.com. They're very cool. They're very neat burrito, guys. You know, check them out. Check them out, guys. But anyway, what were we saying? Yes, right. So it feels like this is the main group, at least for the most part, right? Like Kinta and Rin kind of are. They're definitely kind of in the main group, but they're not exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I've not got a problem with them at this point necessarily. It just doesn't feel like they probably don't walk on the same way to school. But also that many characters I think would be a bit much. There's also the fact that I don't think that Rin and Kinta really know them that well. This stings more when it's people that are very close to Momo. Vamola's like her sister. We got the party lights on, Shadow. You're quite right. Party lights on. That was a demand. People demanded it of me. They refused to not have the party lights on. Yeah, it feels like these are the pillars of the group. Very funny. Yeah. Yeah. Don't tell Gigi's dad. Anyway. So. Oh, man. God damn. So. It's really painful, to be fair, to read some of this. It is hard going. So when she shows up, Ida is really pleased. Obviously, she's really happy, and I love to see how far they've come as friends as well, because obviously they started as adversaries, right? And their relationship, whilst still adversarial, has definitely morphed into an actual friendship. And yeah, so everybody's really happy that she's back proper. Although Ida points out that she did think she was super cute when she was small, which is cute. And obviously, Vamola is very pleased as well, and Okarun welcomes her home, and then he also welcomes back Momo. And she's like, thanks. Oh, she doesn't remember him. She doesn't remember him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys. Worth remembering, I am and have been and will remain very positive about this development. This whole arc I'm really excited for, and I'll tell you what, it seems like people are finally starting to come around to our position about this, guys, which makes me really happy to see. That makes me really happy to see that other people are coming around to this position that we kind of have here here in the community, and that makes me really reassured for the future of Dandadan and the audience around Dandadan. I'm really happy with the direction we're going. This is a massive upgrade from Small Momo, right? That doesn't mean that this is not painful. And you know what's great? What's great, right, guys, is that this feeling that you have, the heartache and the anxiety and the excitement and the kind of the desire to see Okarun succeed, to push forward, is something that is one of the most attractive things about this series to me. And it's what's made me really invested in this series from the get-go. It's taking these kinds of what are ostensibly cliche kind of storylines, and turning them on their head and making them really exciting. I'm really excited for this, because it has the potential to not just retread where we've been, and I'll talk about that in just a second again, like I said, but also to bring back some of the stuff that's been lost from the series for a little while. Momo and Okarun's romance. Thank you, poor fish. Yeah, okay, guys. All right, I misspoke. Sue me. Comedians in the chat. Chatters are a bunch of comedians, guys. Anyway. Anyway, this is something that I'm excited for, is that feeling of being so emotionally invested in something that when something like this happens, it hurts. It hurts in a strangely kind of good way, because there is a spectrum. There is a huge array and spectrum to emotion, right? And despite the fact that some of them tend to be more pleasant to feel than others, happiness, joy, all of these things, laughter, right? All of these things are more exciting and more ostensibly clearly positive to feel. Sadness is typically kind of seen as a negative thing, right? It's still as valid as any other feeling. In fact, it's more in a lot of ways. It's more than what we give it credit for, because if some characters or a story is able to drag you in to such a degree, and you feel for such a degree for the people that you're reading about, that it can make you feel heartache on behalf of somebody else, just seeing this, that's real. That's a real feeling. That's a powerful feeling. And whatever joy it brings later, the gratification it brings later, it will triple it. It's an incredible thing. These are important things to feel in a story. It would have been really easy to just fix everything. And obviously sometimes you need to continue the story because the story needs to continue, but you need to experience these things, and you shouldn't be afraid of them. Dandadan is going to have a happy ending, all right? The end. Like, there's nothing else to it. There's no question in my mind. Dandadan is going to have a very happy ending. It's not going to be bittersweet. It's not going to be sad. It's not going to be people dying and stuff. This is just going to have a happy ending. So let yourself on the path to that feel the whole spectrum of things. Let it drag you to the places that it's dragging you to. Yeah, it's not the kind of story that's not. I think anybody who's read it up until now should know that it's not. And the idea that I don't think this is going to be dragged out for very long. I think that we are in our final kind of like period of time before these two finally are able to get together. And this is it. And we spoke about it again, like I said, a few weeks back we spoke about this, but the reality is that we're going to start retreading some old ground that we've already been through. And we're going to see how how Okarun leads these instead this time. All of these previous situations, the hand-holding, right? The pushing the other person to commit to them, all of these things, despite the fact that Momo can't do them herself, have been things that she's been trying to eke out of him, right? To get them from him. Now it's his turn, right? She's pushed him to be more and to push himself, and I think that it's his turn to do that as well. And he can do it. My boy can do it. You bet your ass he can do it. You know? And here we are, slice of life stuff, depowered Momo, depowered Okarun arc. For me, it feels like this is we're going to have a nice period of time here where they re-explore their feelings in a slightly more normal capacity, rather than all the craziness of what we've just been through in the previous arc. The previous arc was fucking crazy. But now we can slow down, I hope, a little, and start to kind of figure out the character dynamics, work through a few of these emotions and stuff. But anyway, Ida turns to Momo, and she's all like, what the fuck? Why are you so... Where's your enthusiasm? Why aren't you excited to be back? We're all super worried about you. And Gigi is doing a very terrible job of explaining the memory loss. And then Momo asks Ida who she is. Right? They look like complete opposites here, by the way. Right? They look like complete opposites here. It's very strange. But also, I don't know what it is, right? But something about the way that he's kind of drawn Momo here. It does make her just look super fucking uninterested. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like it feels like this is not the same character. She's so much more hostile, you know? It's look at her. Look at Ida. Poor Ida, by the way. She's obviously actually super hurt about this, you know? It really does show how far they've come as characters. It feels when you can look back at how somebody kind of was and see such a stark difference. Yeah, I mean it's pretty interesting, you know. But yeah, everybody's pretty surprised, and Gigi tries to again does a very terrible job of explaining. But Momo's kind of hostility towards Ida is like early Momo and Okarun hostility. You know what I mean? Like it feels like she's definitely not rounded off the edges towards someone like Ida, you know. Gigi is doing a fucking dreadful job. Look at him. Look at him. God damn it. Do a better job, Gigi. Anyway, they're arguing and they keep calling each other skank, and Vamola's doing like a sideways head thing to avoid the bubble, like the speech bubble. Well, I think that even like even more so than anything else, right? I don't even necessarily think that it's down to her feelings being more guarded off. This is just, she just doesn't care about these guys. She doesn't know them. Like when Momo went out on a limb to help Okarun. When Momo went out on a limb to help Okarun the first time, it was not the obvious thing to do, right? And when he follows her later on, she's immediately hostile to him because she doesn't really want to engage with somebody like him. She doesn't know him. She doesn't see any reason to like him. And he does not reflect the kind of person that you would want to necessarily be friends with. And Ida, like right here, Ida, like in this circumstance, is also, she's evolved to a point now where she's also kind of like more who she actually is, right? Like she's kind of let go of that facade, that make-believe person that she is. And I don't think that jives with Momo, who is, for you know, all intents and purposes, kind of back to that person who doesn't want to interact with people that she doesn't know and she doesn't already like. Yeah, I mean, look, this another reason that I think that this arc can't really last that long generally is that it kind of feels like if you keep doing this, you just run into the same situations. Oh, I don't remember that. Tends to be the way that you end most conversations with this character. Or I wish I remembered that, but I don't. That kind of thing. So you've got to kind of like make a move through it, because if you don't, it drags on and it starts to lose its punch, right? This chapter is quick. This is a fucking quick turnaround for Okarun, right? Like, this is a very quick turnaround for Okarun. Never send Gigi to defuse a crisis. Yeah, for real. But yeah, they're arguing with each other and calling each other skanks and stuff. And Gigi he does the bug eye thing again. He does this old bug eye thing again. But he's definitely not good in this situation. And Okarun's like, what the fuck is happening? Explain in greater detail what is happening. Amnesia, right? It's funny because she's taken to Vamola quite well already, which is interesting. But it's also quite funny that Vamola seems to be, for once, not the person who knows the least in the room, right? But Gigi tells Ida and Okarun that all of the memories that she has of meeting them have pretty much gone. And then he also highlights that when they're at the shrine, that Seiko was hurt really bad, and Momo prioritized saving her over lifting her own curse. And that's what led to the memory loss. And then we see this classic panel. This classic panel Now, here's the thing, right? Yeah, I think this is going to end by Christmas. That's my thing, is by Christmas. But here's the thing. Look at all of these situations. All of this stuff here, right? And I know that this is partially just a reuse of that panel from the Space Globalist arc, right? Blissmas. Sorry, a Blissmas miracle. My mistake. Christmas. I don't remember what that is. That's a different thing. I made that up. That's an invention. Blissmas, because of Blissy from the Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member, guys, to get access to my Discord. Best place on the internet for Dandadan. I genuinely, it is. It's the best place. And also to keep up with the channel. So please feel free to join. Any of you lurkers, you're also welcome there, even if it's just to lurk there. Incredible theories. We have good discussions every week. And pretty much all week about all kinds of stuff. Anyway. So, back to my point. You see this panel, right? Now, obviously, this is partially just a reuse from the Space Globalist arc, but you'll know that I'm pretty sure every single part of this panel is from pretty much the beginning of the series, right? Like, it from the first few arcs. This is basically all stuff covered in Season 1 and Season 2 of the anime, right? And here's the thing about Dandadan. Okarun and Momo fell in love really fucking quick, right? A lot of their time together, has been trying to figure out what it is, right? Or how to proceed. It's been humming and hawing about what to do next. That's what it's been. A lot of Dandadan is front-loaded. The romance is front-loaded. And because of that, it's the exact same panel. That's the exact same panel from the Space Globalist arc. But anyway, which one? Where she's kicking him? No, this one here where she's kicking him is from the first chapter. This is from the first chapter. But anyway, Dandadan's really front-loaded with the romance because they fall in love very, very quickly, all things considered. And as a consequence of that, we've got a lot of humming and hawing. Most of the relationship stuff post Evil Eye arc has been kind of slow. It's been like 100 odd chapters, like 150 chapters, really, since a lot of this stuff really progressed, and it happened so quickly. It was a cascading thing. But that means that if you were to push after the arc that we just have, right? After the arc that we just had, if they were to confess again, properly this time, if they were to properly confess again, and come back together, and form a relationship, as what people kind of wanted after she got big again, we would have, all of this stuff would have been so long ago, right, that it doesn't feel recent enough, at least really, right? What matters, what I think is really important about this arc is that we get back to some of this stuff and reliving it and re-experiencing it from the perspective of who these characters are now. How a lot of these things, these moments, the hand-holding especially, right? These moments were shrouded in this kind of unstatable who knows what, right? The inability to fully say what is or is not important because neither of them were brave enough to do it. Neither of them had what it took in them to just call a spade and to say that this was more than just a friendship that they had developed. Nobody had it in them, right? Now we have the opportunity to go back through some of this stuff to see them do it again, and for at least Okarun, I knew you'd catch that, Toaster, at least Okarun to go through it and know what it is that he's getting out of it, what it is that he's putting into it, right? It's more than what it looks like on the surface. This unstatable thing has been stated. It's been said, right? Like, it has been said. He said it himself. They were, I mean, you've seen the new Omaki, right? Like they're basically already together at that point. It's not a question. He knows what it is now. It's not a question of what is next. He's had the answers. He's held it in his hand. And now it's slipped away. you know? And he needs to reclaim it. There's nothing else. What else is there? What else is there? And this arc gives us that opportunity. This arc gives us that opportunity to see this stuff again, to see it again, and to experience it again from a new perspective, from Okarun leading it, because he's ready, and he's not this terrified child, right? He's gone through the ringer. He's done everything that he needs to do. And that I'm so proud of him as well, Ninja. I'm so proud of it. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what the fuck I wanted when we were talking about this a few weeks back. This is what I was saying. And this fucking chapter does that already. That what I'm saying about re-experiencing these things, we see it in this chapter. And when we get to those panels, I'll show you it, and we can talk about it in greater depth. But he's not going to give up. He's not going to give up, because why would he? Why would he, man? You know? But like she's trapped. She's trapped, man. It's not just about him either, for the record. It's not just about him. It's not just about him. She was better. She was better that way. She was happier. She didn't have all these worries, these fears about the way that people perceive her, about the way that she should hide who she really is. Right? That she had accepted herself. Blissy, don't. She'd accepted She'd accepted herself fully. And that's gone. And the mask is back on again. So he owes her, because she helped him to become who he was meant to be. Right? And in doing that, she became who she was meant to be. So he fucking owes it. He owes it to her to help her find her way back as well. Everything important that's happened has happened since then. This is such a good premise, man. Like honestly, I remember being so stressed out reading the memory loss thing. I remember being so stressed out reading the memory loss thing for the first time. But goddamn, perfect premise. This is like what we need, because Tatsu has said himself that he kind of views Momo as this kind of beacon, right? Like to bring other people, to shine in other people's lives, and to bring them to find their best selves, right? I take a little bit of liberty with the meaning of it, but like the Superman kind of thing. A beacon, someone to aspire to, someone to be inspired by, to be better, to be truer, and to be more honest to who you are, right? That's who she is. And now she doesn't have that light, because it's snuffed out. It's silenced, you know? And it's fucking other people's turn to reignite that, to bring it back, because they owe it, not just to himself but to her as well, you know? And it's such a good premise, man. It's such a good premise. I don't know what any of us were worried about. We're all crazy from the fucking get-go. God damn it. We're all so worried about this. Why? This is perfect. This is such a return to form from all the fighting of the last arc. I'm so fucking ready for this shit. Honestly. Next week, I'm literally so excited for next week, and that is such a good feeling. What I get reading this chapter is this feeling in my chest that is like, that it's hard to even explain, because it's not even like you can just get people to, you either get it or you don't kind of thing with it. I really believe that with Dandadan, and I don't know why, and this is what's really interesting about art like this. I don't know why, but with Dandadan, it either really hits you, or it kind of doesn't. And that's fine. Not everybody's going to feel the same thing when they see certain things. It's not going to connect with everybody. right? But for something about Dandadan just strikes me to my core. I don't know if it's got something to do with the place I was in when I was reading it for the first time or whatever, right? But emotionally, it builds up this thing in my chest that just makes me so invested and so involved that it's hard to properly express that. And I suspect that a lot of you guys feel similar. And seeing this situation and seeing the way that Okarun responds to it, it drives that same feeling like a drill into my chest. You know? God damn, I'm just so fucking hyped to be in this situation where I feel really emotionally involved in the stakes. You know, the Typhoon Man stuff, I kind of just didn't give that much of a shit. It didn't feel like Dandadan to me in the same way that emotionally that this stuff typically hits, right? It was just a lot of fighting, like unlike a lot of people, a lot of the Space Globalist arc for me, I kind of like, I'm a bit iffy on just because of the fact that there's so much fighting in it. The Evil Eye arc, the Cursed House arc, the latter half of the Danmara arc, that's the kind of stuff that I love. That's the kind of stuff that I absolutely love. And to see that we're in a situation where this thing that means the world to him is something he has to re-earn. And I know that he'll do it, you know? But that doesn't change the fact that this is the definition of, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, right? This is the definition of that. Not because the journey is a piece of shit like Game of Thrones, right? Because that would ruin things, right? But the destination here is gonna be a happy ending, right? Oh man, like we're here, and it feels good to be here. I'm glad that we're here, and I'm glad that we're in this situation, you know? Another video. I don't know if there's enough in here to do a video on, but goddamn, like you can see here, right? Like I was saying earlier about the jacket, it's not in Momo's nature to wear the jacket. Her actual uniform is buried underneath it, right? I mean, to me, what that screams is there is this extra layer on top. This her psyche is buried beneath something, and you need to get it out. You know, you need to dig it out. And Gigi says here that Momo seems really confused, and she's become quite nervous. And yeah, I mean, she was, right? Like she never seemed like it. I'll tell you what's really good here. What's really good here is what is it that you asked, support? I don't know. No, I think that I think Okarun has the tact here. I think Okarun has the tact to be able to try to push through and remind her of what it is. He knows her. She may not realize it but she is still Momo, right? Like, she's got this facade and she's at arm's length from him, but that doesn't mean that she's not still her. Everything that she was is someone that this person that we're seeing has become, if that makes sense. So she's still her, and he knows her. He knows what's there underneath it, the actual core of her. He knows that that's who that is, and what that person responds to, and what that person cares about, and he knows her heart in a way that even she at this point doesn't. And I think he's going to try to remind her of that. I don't think he's going to immediately start acting like super romantic with her. It's not his style. He's going to remind her who she is, and he has to act to do that. He has to act. He has to put himself out there again, and he doesn't need a Taru to tell him to do it this time, because he knows what it is. He knows what he's lost, and he knows what to do. You know? I'm fucking so excited for this shit. I'm so excited for this shit. Because it's not just that she's buried away. It's that she's trapped in there, really. because she was better and happier as she was. Can't you see I'm talking about Dandadan, Sky? And as she walks away, you can kind of see that, you know? There is a weird loneliness to it, right? Like, this feels so lonely. You know what I mean? When do we ever see Okarun like this, looking at her walking away? When does she ever walk? She's always walking to him, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, that is very nice, Blissy. Yeah, exactly. I'm so ready for this, guys. But he never sees a walk. There's something so sad about her walking away, you know? Yeah, exactly. Do you want out? Okay, come on then. Anyway. Yeah, she's always walking towards him. Grip it and rip it, baby. But, yeah. I mean, there's also an element here. There's also an element here of her walking away. It carries that added kind of like metaphor to it of she's kind of walking out of his life, and it's slipping away, you know. And this is the thing. This is the moment he has to act. Also, we've got Miko and Muko back, ladies and gentlemen. Miko and Muko are back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been so long. It's been so long. I don't think that the I think that for Momo, the ultimate trigger is going to be that she has to release her powers again. She has to take in some of the stuff that that Okarun has put down. I think that he's going to lay the foundations, right? So how I presume this going is that we're going to see re-steps, retreading of things we've already seen, right? So we're going to see situations similar to the hand-holding kind of situation, that kind of thing, or them having those looks with each other, like in the nurse's office, that kind of stuff. Little moments like that are going to be kind of like triggering little bits and pieces of the memories from underneath that are buried way down. I honestly, one thing I think that will definitely happen, one thing I think will definitely happen before she gets her memories back is that she'll reach for his hand instinctively. She'll reach for his hand instinctively, grab it, but then pull away. Then pull away and be kind of like, I don't know why the fuck I did that. Right? And that's like, because she's in there still. She's just suppressed down. She's like somewhere in there. That's my prediction, is that she's going to reach for his hand, grab it, and then pull away. Because she's not going to know why she did it. And that, to me, is it's like going back through the motions of things that have already happened. It reminds us what it is that we care about, because we know how those situations are supposed to go. We've seen it. We've seen how those situations go. We've seen what happens in those situations. We've seen that they've held hands. We've seen the looks that they give each other. So when we revisit these things and something is different, either Okarun takes charge of a situation where normally he was the passive party, or she pulls away. It's going to be the same situation, but not the same result necessarily. And it's going to remind us why we care. It's going to remind them why they care, until eventually she does something to unleash this side of her again, and all of her memories coming back, probably to save Okarun or something like that, because that's what needs to happen, right? And that's what's going to remind her. That's what's going to remind her. Yeah, or something like that, Jakku. Like something that she can't explain, just a feeling that something's right, because something is right. And it'll be great. It'll be great. That's what's crazy about it, though. That's what's crazy about it, is if this stuff happens, it'll be amazing. It'll be so good, right? Anyway. Yes, the best girls are back. And it's been a minute. But anyway, yeah. So every time that she comes back to school, there's something going on. My house has been destroyed. I've lost some of my recent memories. Yeah, but Miko and Muko, they're gonna fix this. They're gonna fix this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of hope that they don't bring back the guy from chapter 1, if I'm honest with you, just because it's kind of like, that's just added kind of weight to it. I don't think that she necessarily needs someone to defend her. But yeah, I mean, this is just not the Momo that we know, right? Oh, that's a good point, Plague. That's a good point. It might be when they leave each other, there's like a see you tomorrow moment, right? Or maybe they don't have one. Maybe they don't have one. Oh, I don't like that. Maybe she just is just like, anyway, bye. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. I mean, there's gonna be defeats. There's gonna be defeats, and there's going to be victories in this. There's going to be defeats and there's going to be victories in it, because there needs to be a couple of situations where things don't go how we want them to go, but also situations where they are going to go. Yeah, no, but this is it, Toaster. Like, oh, thank you, Eric. Thank you. Thanks, Eric. What a guy. I love your little emoji that you picked out. Thank you. What a guy. Thank you for the donation, dude. Yeah, I mean, look, a see you tomorrow isn't enough to bring it back to the surface. It needs to be something really big. Like, there's probably going to be a moment right at the end of all of this, just before she gets her memories back in some other capacity, because it does need to come from within her as well, by the way, where he's going to just lay his cards on the table and confess. But I don't know if she'll know exactly. She'll want to know and remember, but I don't think that that's necessarily an option, right? I think that it's not going to just be quick. Like, it's not going to just be next chapter, and they're going to have to go through a range of different things. I think that there's going to be some losses before we get to the victory, and that's just going to make it better overall. Just be ready for low points too. And that's what makes this exciting. You know, is its ability to hurt before it heals. And yeah, I mean, you got to remember as well, for her, in a lot of ways, Momo's journey across Dandadan has been figuring out and accepting the fact that this person does exist, and that this person that she cares about in that capacity does exist, and that he is not in the shell that she thought he would be. And that's something she's had to figure out. So this is a Momo that doesn't know any of that, right? Like, generally speaking. So I think that it's definitely something you got to give time, a bit of time anyway. And like I said, there's going to be a few losses before there are victories in this, but that's fine, guys. That's totally fine, you know. I think we might get something. Like, I think that it's going to be leading to something. There has to be some kind of pressure valve, I think, to keep the plot moving. I think that there's going to be some kind of thing, but it's going to be a lot slower, a lot more in the background, not straight in front of us, and it is going to have a lot more slice of life stuff to it. I think this arc is a good candidate for a nice kind of like 20 chapters, maybe slice of life kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, the stakes I think are going to be a little bit lower for now. so that we can spend some time on this. Now, I only put the light up for special occasions, Eric. But anyway, yeah. So I'm glad that we're back in the school setting, but as we can see here, guys. Hold on, guys. Let me find it. Let me find it, guys. Where is it? GG. Yeah. This is it. This is it, guys. This is the shit. Yeah. So, gonna zoom out a little. This will be familiar to many of you. This will be familiar to many of you. You remember this. You remember this. Right? Yeah. No, yeah. I think that this will definitely be a slower arc, but it suits well as people are trying to get Momo back to normal. I think that we're going to have a lot of interactions between the groups, right? Okarun, all depressed, all sad at his desk because of Gigi. Because he was scared that Gigi was going to come and take Momo away. And we'll note right here, this is especially poignant. And if we go to the latest chapter, look at this. We're in the same goddamn situation. It's the same thing, man. It's like the exact same goddamn thing. Oh my god, dude. Oh. Yeah, I know. They're just like, what's going on over there, by the way? It's the exact same thing. He slams down on the desk as well. Look, he slams down on the desk here, and he decides that he's going to do something. But here he crumbles. Here he crumbles, but not here. God damn it, he fucking decides to do something about it. God damn it. The other version of him just represses it. The other version of him decides, put it to the back of your mind, and just do something physically with your body. Go and work out, become stronger like you said you were going to, right? But not anymore, man. Not anymore. And you're right, he's calmer and more centered and more focused because he's not the same guy. He's not as neurotic. He's not as neurotic as he was. And he knows all of these things. Oh my god, dude. Oh, it's too much, man. It's so good. This is perfect. This is who Okarun is. This is his character, man. This is exactly who he is. This fucking panel is the bomb. This panel is the best thing on earth, my dude. This is the best thing on earth. It's so good. It's so good. He doesn't fucking care, man. He's gonna do it. Oh my god, man. He's gonna fucking do it. He's so locked in. He's so fucking locked in, dude. Oh, it's heartbreaking. This is a heartbreaking chapter, but it's also, it feels like it steals your resolve, you know? And it does, you know what's really gratifying? What's really gratifying is that this chapter, in a lot of ways, feels like a deconstruction of Momo as a character. Right? This feels like a deconstruction of the character of Momo. In the sense that we're kind of understanding the dynamics about what it is that she means to the group and what it is that she's brought to the group, and that what it's like to lose that in the group. And also a deconstruction of the relationship up until now between Momo and Okarun. He has always been the more passive member, and Momo, whilst trying to drag certain behaviors out of him, confessions and the like, she pushed him. She reached out to him. And that's the heart of their relationship, and he chooses that he decides that it's his turn to do that for her. And it's really gratifying because a lot of this stuff aligns really nicely with some of the stuff that I feel like I've been saying about the relationship, which makes me really pleased, because it feels like a lot of this stuff is really nicely gotten across, right? Like when Gigi talks about how Momo's all nervous and a little bit more uncomfortable, neurotic, you know, less open. You know, that's kind of the stuff that I've been saying in a lot of the video and video content and stuff. And to see that kind of reflected here is really gratifying, because it number one, it makes me feel like I'm on the right kind of in the right ballpark with the characters, right? Which is really great because I fucking love Dandadan. But it's also this idea that at the very least, some of the stuff like revisiting old situations and seeing how the characters respond differently now that they're in different mindsets, different frameworks. To me, that is that's kind of what I was saying before, right? With the in the previous chapters, and that is also really gratifying because it makes me feel like the things I want from this story right now, the things that would really make me happy about this story right now, seems to be things that are being explored, at least right now, because this feels like a regression. It feels like a regression, but he hasn't regressed, you know, and she's in there somewhere, and he can do it. You know, every single time Okarun's needed to do something, he's done it because he's pushed himself to do it, and he overcomes. Every time he overcomes. I'm so fucking excited for how this story's going and where we're about to head with it. I don't know. Like it's difficult because it like I said, it gives me that feeling in my chest that I felt when I was reading a lot of this stuff for the first time. I'm so happy that I can be here in this situation where we get to experience that, you know, because I felt like that stuff was over for a long time. I don't know, like it's hard to say the classic stuff, right, because we've only been here for a while, but this feels like we're getting to dip our toes in with some of the classic stuff, and that, like, for me, this whole series is so entwined with such an important period of time for me in my life, that seeing it through this lens is important. It feels really important. If I feel it in here that it's really important. I mean, this is the first time that they've been together for us as a community. But this is the first time that we've gone over a new chapter where they're together and they're not really together. Do you know what I mean? Like, that we still have work to do. Do you know what I mean? I did not get a haircut. It just is a bit curled at the sides because I don't know, it must have been how I blow dried it. But this doesn't count, Shadow. This doesn't count as our first Momokarum because they're not. There is no. We need proper Momo for it to be a proper Momokarum thing. Oh, thanks. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I'm glad. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah. I mean, exactly. I am. To keep taking it. No. This is what I meant, though. It feels like a loss. It feels like we've just lost something. But when it comes around full, when it all comes back, it will feel so fucking good, guys. No, I'm doing you a favor. Because when eventually it happens, guys, we're gonna have another party. I'm gonna slap the party hat back on Turbo Granny over here. All right, and it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be great. No, we're still huffing the hopium. I'm never putting down the hopium. All right. No, I'm moving the goalposts for you, not in spite of you guys. No, damn, I get you. I get you, dude. Like, honestly, sometimes I feel like... Sometimes I wonder about my own level of investment into this. But at the end of the day, dude, what does it matter? You know? Like, really, what does it matter? You can get gratification from all different kinds of media. Art. Some people can look at a painting and it can haunt them until their dying day. Right? Like, what does it matter? Honestly, I think that when it comes to things like highbrow, lowbrow, taste, all of this crap means fucking nothing. It means nothing, because what matters is what connects with you and what connects you with other people. Right? Like you can, like, an anime romance has connected me with so many people. So many people. In a way that I never could have imagined. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? You know? Like, it doesn't need to hang up in the Louvre. Like I don't... It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Because it can mean whatever it is that you need it to mean. Because at the end of the day, true art is not determined by who or how many people feel something specific or are told that they have to feel something because something's highbrow. If you feel a certain way about stuff, a thing, and other people feel the same way about it as you do, as I do, as many of us do, who gives a fuck? Enjoy what you enjoy, because, like, that's life, man. You know, if you get gratification from this kind of thing, then good for you. Good for you. Good for me. I don't care. It's this can have more meaning. This can have more meaning in your life than a series of novels could in somebody else's. What does it matter? We're all here. We're all enjoying it. We're all connecting. You know? Yeah, I peaked at like 100 and something, Monado. It was pretty cool. I try not to worry too much about the number and stuff because it would stress me out. But I'll tell you what, guys. I'll tell you what. We're all arriving. We're finally all arriving where we were earlier. We got there first, right? And I'm glad to see other people are arriving at the same position that we are, which is that we should be hopeful, that we should enjoy what we can enjoy, and trust in the process of the story. Yeah, I mean, I'm really glad that it's taking the direction, and honestly, I didn't even think that we'd get to this quickly. I didn't think Okarun would find his resolve this quickly, but god damn it, he did it. And he means fucking business, by the way. This guy means fucking business. I've never seen this guy so on it. God damn it, I'm so proud of him. I'm so fucking proud of Okarun, man. I'm just really happy that we're in this situation. And I believe in him. You know? You'd be a fucking fool not to. You'd be a fucking fool not to. Yeah, he was less locked in. Yeah, exactly. He's been through so much. And it was never about the powers. That's what this arc, what you need to take away from this arc, I think, by the end of this arc, is it was never about the powers. It was never about the ghosts. It was never about the aliens. This otherworldly stuff. These entities from beyond the stars, right? And ghosts from beyond life, right? It was never about that. It was about the humanity of these characters. I don't know how they do it, because the show is explicitly about aliens and ghosts, but what else is there, man? It's perfect. And I really am excited for next week. Genuinely so excited for next week. I'm really excited for next week, like in a crazy way. I mean, what do you mean by expectation? I mean like I said, I don't think it will go on that long. I think it'll be kind of done by Christmas, Momo's memory kind of thing. But I think it's all about re-experiencing it, finding Momo from underneath all of that stuff on top. I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest. I when it comes to being invested in stuff, there aren't that many things that I'm super invested in. I can't sit down and watch like a whole summer series of anime, right? Like there are tons of things that come out every year, and it just doesn't click the same way. It just doesn't click the same way as this does. But when I get invested in something, when I love something, I want to know it. I want to really know it. And that's what I've tried to do with Dandadan, is I've tried to really know it. And to experience it. You know, the characters, I desperately want to experience and understand them, and to try to interpret them for people. Yeah. So for me, it's important, and I'm glad that I'm glad that we're all kind of at this position where we are. Like Ninja, I know that. Like, I'm sure you must feel a little bit better about where we are right now, right? I'm really excited to see Okarun take the driver's seat. You know, no, she definitely won't remember him, and he's going to reignite that in her, right? Like it's going to work. It's going to work, and like I said, there will definitely be roadblocks, guys. There will be moments where it's going to be painful, and moments where it's going to be great, and that's what's exciting about the arc. This arc is that it's going to be all up and down, because for Okarun, him failing to achieve his mission is scary. It's terrifying for him because he'll lose everything that he gained, right? But for her, him succeeding is scary because this version of Momo doesn't let people in that way. We've seen it. We've seen how hard it was for her to she never even fully achieved it, really. She never fully expressed it. These things inside that stop her from being honest or being clear, right? So for her, him succeeding is the thing that she's afraid of. But you know, it's going to work. It's going to happen. It's just a question of how, right, and when, I guess. But I'm really excited. You know, this is the time. This is the time. Yeah, exactly. The hard moments are going to amplify the good moments for sure. Yeah, well, Plague, I'm happy that you feel that way. Honestly, there's no way I'd rather do it than this. This is my yeah, I'm glad that we're at a point where now every single week it feels like the chapters coming out are are genuinely things that people really want to read every week. You know, like for me anyway, this is much more preferable because there were points where it was difficult to go through, like during the Typhoon Man arc. That was a bit of a struggle at times to kind of like sit and talk and kind of make it interesting and engaging for people, because that kind of stuff was lingering a bit. But this is good. This is a good place to be. It feels like every week we're going to have something really interesting. Fuck off, Toaster. It's going to be a really good opportunity to kind of like really talk about the core of Dandadan, and not just get bogged down in all the stuff that is plot related. This is the stuff that I live for. This is the fucking shit right here. Is character stuff. Fucking grocery shopping. Yeah. It's like a podcast. You're right. But it's look, and guys, I'll tell you what. It's my pleasure to do this with you, with all of you. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, like I was saying earlier, we all managed to connect through this, and this is what I mean when I talk about like the unimportance of something like highbrow, lowbrow, all of this fucking shit. It doesn't mean anything, because what matters is experience and what you feel and how things make you feel, and the stories that you tell and the stories that you care about. So what does it matter what somebody else thinks about it? Because it's managed to connect us all. It's managed to help me create this, and for you to help foster this community into something really exciting. And I'm really excited to go through this every single week with you guys as we keep going, right? Because so many of you guys have been here for so long, which is crazy. As we saw earlier, there are 8 monthers, 9 monthers, 7 monthers. All of this, we're getting close to being here for a year, and some of you guys have been incredibly supportive, especially those of you who are on the Yokai Power tier. That's the highest tier on Patreon and on YouTube memberships, guys. Incredibly, I have no words to express how important the support is that I get from you guys. It makes me feel like I can take time to craft these videos to be how they are. It means that I can experience the making process without forcing myself through it. And yeah, so it's important to me that everybody knows the names of the people who are supporting me on that level. All right, so that's Angle, that's Blissy Cat, that's Danny, Fifth Gram, Haunted Toaster, Kawaii Vampy Zilvi, Mr. the Wolf, open brackets, Wolf, close brackets, Orbis 6565, Pickle, okay, support, Big Buckle, okay, Sarah, but in October, Serpo, El Clasico, the emotionless Zuma Cat, which I presume is Jellies, your favorite scented candle, Burlap Sack, Zero, and Tim Kai, the illustrious Tim Kai. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Like, genuinely thank you. From the deepest part of me, I don't know. I don't really have any I don't know what else to say. Like, I can bang on about it too much or not enough, but wherever that seems the most genuine is where I want to land, because I can't mean it any less than that. Yeah, I mean, like, I said fuck off, Toaster, like, lovingly, you know, like in a nice way, you know. No, yes, the Yokai Power, everybody who watches the channel, supports the channel, is here right now. This, obviously, Patreon and memberships and stuff aren't the only way for you guys to express support for the channel. I recognize that. It's really important to me that everybody gets a fair shake. That's why you know, I don't lock off content and stuff like that unless it's like absolutely supplementary stuff. But you know, these guys, crazy bastards, are monetarily supporting a guy screaming at a webcam once a week. And guys, also, I scream at a webcam more than once a week now, as we don't do the Thursday streams anymore, but you will find down in the description my Twitch channel. I'm over on Twitch, where I'm playing games every Friday on Twitch. We're doing pretty nicely, over there. Very exciting. But I'll tell you what, guys. This week we will be having a second stream. It could be Friday. I might just try to. It's not in the description. Of course, it's not in the description. Right, give me a second, gamers. Let me just pop that in the description. Twitch TV. And for those of you who don't want to, it's twitch.tv/safeties on rookie. But I will add that into the description right now. Oh my god, so many things now. There we go. I believe it's on my profile somewhere, but if not, I still need to tidy it up a bunch anyway. But there it is. It's in the description now. But, guys, what was I saying? Yes, so obviously I'm going to be on Twitch, but I might do a second stream here this week. I don't know if I can do it on both or not. I haven't decided exactly what it's going to look like, but guys, I'll show you something, yeah? That thing there. I think it would be cute if we did a pumpkin carving, guys. And that's why I have this pumpkin just sat here, and it's been there the whole time. Yes. How is he doing it? It's so small. It's actually just far away. But I was thinking it'd be really fun if we did something like that on stream this week. But yes. What is it? Pin it or the store. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good point, Blissy. Yeah. Also, guys. There it is. Thank you, Blissy. Thank you, Blissy. There it is. Follow me on Twitch, guys, because I honestly, like, it's been really good over there, just generally speaking. It means that I can kind of get in front of the camera and chat with you guys a little bit more, whilst also doing some other stuff besides just this, so that we can all stay on top of kind of like hanging out, you know? It means that I don't need to worry so much about thumbnails and all this kind of stuff, right? Oh, I do have plans for the latter half of the stream, actually, and I'll show you those plans now. I will show you those plans now. Once I launch this thing. There it is. Yeah, I'll show you it. Yeah, I've yeah. So far, guys, I've been playing multiplayer games with the community, which has been really fun. The community being on Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member, guys, to get access to my Discord. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan and for keeping up with the channel and me and a bunch of all these exciting people that you can see in the live chat. But over there on Twitch, I've been playing a lot of multiplayer games, but soon I'm going to be playing some single player stuff, kind of cerebral kind of stuff that means that we can all just kind of hang out a little bit more frequently, and kind of like just really nice and relaxed kind of stuff, right? Like I absolutely love doing this manga review thing. Top tier. It's genuinely one of the highlights of my week. But it's a lot of work. You may not realize it. I hope that it doesn't come across as work, but it being here, I'll answer that in a second, Ninja, don't worry, dude. Being here in this kind of situation, this kind of context, it takes a lot of energy, and I hope that is something that you all enjoy. But it is kind of like being on in a way, and I love it because it's kind of got a little bit of a performative element to it, but being able to play games and just kind of like chill out would also be really gratifying in its own way, because it would be a little bit more laid back, you know. Sorry, I'm terrible at typing when I am talking at the same time. But anyway, let's see, what is it? $50 million. $50 million to design. Oh man, that's really hard. I mean, I'm an RPG boy. You know, I'm an RPG boy at heart. A lot of anime games are really just kind of like, what would you say? A kind of like, you know, fighters, if that makes sense. I don't think I'd really want that. Yeah, kind of like Persona would be sick. That's a huge ask, but something Persona-esque would be really cool. You know? But maybe a bit more the dialogue a bit more choice driven than Persona. I love Persona just because of what it is, but a lot of the dialogue is kind of not really choicey at all. I would much rather have like you know, your ability to kind of interact and sway other characters closer to like a Dragon Age Origins kind of thing. You know, I adore that. Honestly, it maybe is hard to get into now because of the age of it, but Dragon Age Origins is like one of my favorite games ever. Yeah, a bit like Baldur's Gate 3, but I actually think that the depth of the characters, I think the depth of the characters in Dragon Age Origins outweighs Baldur's Gate 3, for sure, actually, just because you can really dig in deep with the characters for it. It's amazing. It's got some of the best writing in games, in my opinion. Dragon Age Origins. It's amazing. Yeah, that's it. I should play a dating sim on Twitch. Whatever. I've got lots of amazing ideas. Morrigan in Dragon Age Origins is the beginning of a very insidious pipeline. Yeah, Toaster is good. It's a good game. It's a shame that the combat is as dated as it is. But Alistair was my boy. Alistair was my boy, you know? Even Sten. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about Dragon Age Origins right now. But if you guys have the... Is it the Gateway God? Yeah, that is for real. If you guys have the inclination and capacity to deal with older games, slightly older games, 2007, 2005, that's where you want to go. But... So, this is it. Right, I'm not talking about that now. I'm talking about this new thing. So, everybody, and she'll absolutely hate it. She'll hate it, but I want everybody to please round of applause for Blissey, because she made this incredible thing. This incredible thing over here. It is a zombie apocalypse Dandadan kind of, not tier list kind of thing, but like assigning characters to the various different roles regarding who they would be, what roles they would be in a zombie apocalypse. This is gonna be fun, right? We're in spooky month, guys. This month is a spooky month, okay? Honestly, I'm spooked. I'm spooked just thinking about it. There's a pumpkin over there, you know? It's very spooky. And honestly, this is just giving me the willies. Ooh. The willies. What a phrase, by the way. Ooh. Anyway, jeepers. Here we are. So, there are a few rules to this, guys. There are a few rules to this, right? Okay. So, we've got 12 characters, I think. No, we've got 20 characters. We've got 20 characters. No, this is going to be funny. No, this is going to be funny. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Guys, let me try and move up here, actually. Yeah. So, we have 20 characters, and we also have a very exciting ability to roll a dice, right? Over here. So, if we roll a 20... I don't remember how to do it. Is that the 20? No. There's a 20. If we roll a 20, it will land on one of the characters, and that will be the one that we decide upon placing. Okay? So, are you guys ready for that? Alright, no worries, Ninja. Catch ya. Thanks for joining. You guys ready for that? Yeah? I'm excited. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know why all these... Oh, yeah, I have to clear it, don't I? Sorry. I'm trying my best to remember how to do this. So, anyway, here we go. You ready? You ready? Oh, shit! 16. So 20, 19, so 16. All right. Let's go. Look at him. Ah! He's got a little animation where he moves around. All right. Okay, so. Oh, it's long press, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Rokuro. Yeah. I know. It's sick, isn't it? It's sick, isn't it? But let me zoom in. So we have. Let's try and define some of these roles, right? If we're gonna get through this by the end of the month, right? We need to strategize. We're probably gonna need to do 5 a stream, or just have a really long stream, right? Let me get my goddamn face out of the way. There we go. I know you're devastated, guys. That is so high quality, isn't it? It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I know. It's worse. It's worse as well, guys, because every time I'm like, oh, this is so fucking sick. This is so fucking sick. All I get back is this kind of like, I was in the neighborhood kind of thing, right? I was in the neighborhood kind of thing, and it's like, no, you can't just pretend that it's like, oh, it's, or even just say that it's just like, oh, I was just kind of like mocked it up in a night. Just mocked it up in a night. It's incredible. It's such good work. Anyway, guys, right? So let's try and define some of the roles here, guys. Right? So the leader should really speak for itself. I feel, right? I feel like the leader should speak for itself. It's the person who leads, who's in charge, who makes all the decisions. Now, I feel like we already have a good idea. All right, catch you, Sam. I feel like we have a good idea for what exactly that's going to look like, but let's not worry about that just now. Anyway, the melee master. We got our fights man. You know, gets up and personal kind of thing. I'm sure we can figure out someone for that. The weapons expert. Good question. The opportunist. I mean, this again is quite obvious as well. The opportunist, which I presume is just somebody who would take what they can get in any situation. The genius, again, kind of self-explanatory. The smarty pants. The scout, the person who I suppose is quite quick moving, goes ahead of everybody else, that kind of thing. Vehicle expert, self-explanatory. The medic. Now, this is quite a good one for Rokuro, actually, because he obviously did healing, but is Queen Sensei on here? No, she's not. So that could be... That's good, actually, because the scaredy cat. We've got a cat. Obviously the coward of the group. Not me. I wouldn't do that. It wouldn't be me. You know? The optimist. Again, self-explanatory. Nah, the zombies aren't going to eat our brains today, right? You know? The traitor, again. That's pretty rough. That's rough, to be fair. Tech expert, again, speaks for itself. Paranoid. The mascot. Now, that feels like Turbo Granny. The unlikely badass. These are quite good, actually, because a lot of different characters can all be defined in this kind of role, you know? Like, this is Okarun, but so is this. The strategist. Again, speaks for itself. Wildcard. Wildcard, bitches! The scapegoat, the person everybody blames. The lone wolf, the person who obviously is outside of the group. And then the liability. So this is kind of Hydra, but then so is this. Right? So, Rokuro, what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? No offense, Blissy. The scaredy cat, is that what that was? A reference to that. Right, so what are we thinking? I mean, this is tricky. I feel like the tech expert is my boy Kinta. I feel like he's my boy Kinta. The medic seems like a pretty good bet because he literally did heal somebody. You know, like he healed Vimola, but it did feel like it was a one and done, right? Kinta's more the vehicle expert. Oh, that's not wrong, actually, is it? That's not wrong, is it? Oh, this is difficult, actually. This is actually kind of difficult. I mean, I suppose you're also making the argument. You're also making the argument with the medic. That's true. No, Chiquita did fly that UFO. The liability. I feel like Chiquitita would be the liability here. Sorry, I'm trying to get my face out of the way of the screen. Yeah, I'm more inclined to... No, I don't know. Would Rokuro? I don't know. It feels like wrong.
It feels like it would be really wrong to list him as the traitor. Right? Who is the traitor on here? Oh no. I feel bad for putting any of them in that. Oh, this is actually quite a difficult one to go with first. That's a really good point, Tiago. That's a good point. He is kind of a traitor, actually. Yeah, Mai. Everybody's saying Mai. Support kills Big Pickle. Yeah, you know what? Nah. I feel like we've got to put Mai in the traitor space. He's not wrong though. No, Tiago's not wrong about him being a traitor. I kind of like the idea of it being Mai, to be honest. That's really funny. You know that whole Mai apology tour that I went on way back in the day? That's a good point, support. I do enjoy bullying children. Like, back when I did the Mai apology tour, I'm kind of working on rescinding that. I'm backpedaling. I'm working both sides, so that way I always come out on top. That's a good point as well. He is kind of like the lone wolf as well. No, I feel like the lone wolf is my boy Zuma. I feel like my boy Zuma is the lone wolf. It was effective for 5 minutes, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of tricky, actually. Yeah, backpedaling my apology. Now, I hesitate to even call it apology in the first place. I was conceding some ground. That's it. Yes, we'll start a poll. So, so let's say medic. Sorry, it's really awkward to type at the same time as doing this. Medic, tech expert, traitor, and what was the other one? What was the last one that we were going to do? What was the last one? Let's see you, Sam. So medic, tech expert, traitor, and yeah, I already put tech expert. Okay, I'll put lone wolf, I guess. I'll put lone wolf. Feel free to vote, guys. And any lurkers who vote, by the way, thank you for participating. You're obviously welcome to just lurk. I have a very soft spot for lurkers. Most of my time on the internet has been not engaging with people as well. So feel free to not thingy, but if you want to, please feel free to participate in the voting. I'd appreciate it. But otherwise, just enjoy being here. You know, I'm enjoying you being here, so thank you. That's a good point, actually. Mantis did heal. Did look after Okarun and stuff after he got his ass kicked by the space globalists. After he got his shit pushed in by the space globalists. Oh, support. What is this? What is this? Cringe. Am I right, guys? As if I didn't just spend the past fucking 2 hours talking about Momo and Okarun. Right, looks like tech expert is winning. No, I'm not gonna shut up. This is my stream. I can do what I like. Yeah, he just owns it. That's true. For me, it's the fact that it was a one and done. You know, it's a one and done kind of thing. Okarun would have also died if Mantis Shrimp didn't come along and heal him. You know. Yeah, it looks like tech expert is gonna be the winner. But what we'll do is wait to get to 3 minutes, and then we'll do it. Then we'll change that. We'll just do the thing. How good is this, by the way? I just want to roll the dice again. I'm just going to roll the dice again. I'm going to roll the dice. Oh, that was the wrong one. Can I pick them both up? Go away. No! Oh. They disappeared. I can't pick it up. There we go. Yeah. Fuck you. Get out of here. Sorry. I'm sorry. I got distracted there. I actually forgot where I was for a second. What were we doing? Yeah, I think Tech Expert is looking like the one that we're going to go with. Sorry, I got actually genuinely distracted there. I forgot where I was for a second. So stupid. That's so stupid. Like, I actually forgot I was on stream. Like an absolute moron. Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm sorry. What do you think? Look, it aligns with me perfectly. See? With clickety clacks. Oh, what, these? What, these? Yes, these mugs, you can purchase them on safetiesonrookie.com. Yeah, you're correct. Yes, that's where you can purchase them. I know that you were about to ask, so I thought I'd just get it out of the way. Safetiesonrookie.com, guys. Safetiesonrookie.com. This is what I'm talking about. This is the shit right here. Art by Kells, and then also art by that was a really lazy plug. All right, that was a really lazy plug, but I don't give a shit. All right, and we've got a Momo here, as you can see. Safetiesonrookie.com. You can get your hands on it as well, guys. And we've got this one as well by community member Kells. Look at that. This one's got a really cool thing on the arm. It's got a really cool thing on the arm. See that? See that? It says bad luck in Japanese. Yeah, they're really comfortable, aren't they? I try not to just kind of like glaze how comfortable the merchandise is, because I don't want to look like I'm shilling too hard for my own stuff. Even though it's really nice that people are buying it, it's really exciting to know that people are wearing things that I've worked on. But really comfortable. Like, they're really comfortable. Even the shirts are really comfortable as well. Right, so Tech Expert it is. But like I said, I didn't want to glaze it too much, because I didn't want to feel like people were just like, he's just shilling. He's just shilling for himself. Boom. There it is. That's our first one, guys. That was fun. That was fun, wasn't it? Give yourself a round of applause. Yeah, they're really comfy. I'm glad that you enjoy them, support. Right. I want to be the one to throw it, though. That doesn't count, because I want to be the one. 9. Oh. Alright, come on then. Get her on up. Let's go. Right, we're judging Rin, guys. So, what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? The scapegoat. Liability. Oh, the scaredy cat. Look at you all. You're meaner than I am. You're all way meaner than I am. The scapegoat is really funny. Scaredy cat is hilarious. No, we can't. We absolutely cannot appreciate her for a second. She hasn't done anything. She's been in the show. She's been in the series. She's been in the series for like 100 chapters. Been in the series for like 100 chapters, and the disrespect that she gets is astronomical still. Oh
been in it for like a half of the series. Oh, my cheeks hurt. She's been in it for like half of the series. And she's done fucking like nothing, man. Oh, that hurt. She's unlikely. No, she's not done anything to warrant unlikely badass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not even joking. That really hurt my cheeks. I was really laughing there. That was something. Ooh. You know, imagine that. Pulling your facial muscles because you are laughing at someone so much is incredible. You know. Yeah. The paranoid, the scaredy cat. It seems like everybody. The disrespect. No one's even gone like, maybe she's the strategist. She's just like, we've just gone straight to the fucking. If there was one on here, I'm convinced if you had named one of these on here the loser, people would have been like, the loser. The useless, and people would have been like, the useless. And that's not me saying it. I'm saying other people would have said it. That's not me saying that I would have said it. I thought that Momo would be the genius. Right? Isn't that the thing? The one that dies first. Yeah. Even Chiquitita's getting more respect than Rin is. It's brutal. Brutal. Yeah, that's what I said. Momo's the genius there. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, let's try Rin. So what are we talking? Scaredy cat? Scaredy cat. What else was on here? Scapegoat. Did anybody else say anything about liability? Jesus Christ, the fucking brutality. No, one of what? Honestly, Muko is probably the optimist. Yeah, let's put paranoid. Because she was paranoid that that Okarun was a vampire. Yeah. Fuck, the scaredy cat is brutal, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, Miko is there a detective on here? No, it's not. Muko is definitely the optimist. You know, she has optimism. Yeah, I think scaredy cat is a bit harsh, if I'm honest. I think paranoid is a better fit. Alright? Don't cancel me. What do you mean? You can't cancel me for this. I've done far worse things, and I will in the future. This is very low level stuff. You know? Wait a minute. Not that. Forget I said that. Who else would be the scaredy cat, though? That's a good question. I guess she's the scaredy cat then. Yeah, fuck. I guess she's the scaredy cat then. The liability. No, we've been through a cancellation arc. It's good. We're good. Don't worry. These guys have cancelled me more than once for being fucking a powerhouse of LOLs, right? And that's... I'll take that. You know, fucking sue me for it. I'm ready to say these things. I'm ready to say these things, the things that really count. Okay, because I'm a humor powerhouse. You know, fucking sue me. Please don't. Please. All right, it looks like scaredy cat is what's gonna win. A powerhouse of LOLs, you say? Yeah, I do.
Oh no. I feel like paranoid. I feel like paranoid is slightly better than scaredy cat. I feel like paranoid is better than scaredy cat. I feel like my vote should represent. I should get 10%. I should be allowed to add 10% onto any vote. That's what I think. What do you think, guys? What do you guys think? No, that was a really quick no. I feel like I should be allowed to add 10% on top of any vote. Because I'm kind of like, this is my, like, it's my game. It's my game, I'll turn it off. It's my game, I'll turn it off. I'll unplug it, you know? It's not fair. Mom, tell them. They're not playing the way that I want it to do. No, come on. I feel like I should get 10% on top of any vote. It's not a brat thing to do. Shut the hell up. What the helly? Guys, what the helly? Yeah, look, support, I hear what you're saying. If I had an extra 10%, I would drop it on top of paranoid. I'd drop it on paranoid. Yeah. I'd drop it on paranoid. So, you know. So, have a think about that. You know? Alright. Yeah, I know. What the hell? What the helly? I'm going to start saying what the helly from now on. I feel like it's girly pop coded. Okay. Scaredy cat it is then. Scaredy cat it is then. Let's just start a poll. How much voting power should get? 20%? There we go. There we go. Can we see the character? Yeah, the character cards. Totes. 5%. Come on, guys. 5%. Nobody's voted for 20%. What the fuck? Sorry, what the helly? What the helly, guys? This is bullshit. Why are you guys doing this? I feel like I should get 10%. I'm gonna have 10% anyway. 5% is so low. 5% is so low. Fucking, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Stop the count! Stop the count! Vladimir, stop! Come on. It's incredibly difficult to calculate. None of it even makes sense. And none of it even makes sense. 5% is any of these percentages are incredibly relative. Incredibly relative. Right, I'm going to use my 5% purely for evil. You've thrown authenticity out the window. Yeah. I mean, like, out of spite now, I'm adding the 5% to whatever's going to have the least impact. That's right. Yeah. I'm not going to vote for the scapegoat because you've upset me. You've made me annoyed. 5%. 5%. Fine. Fuck you. Fuck you. Alright? I don't even care. I don't even want 10%. Stupid anyway. So I'm going to add my 5% to the scapegoat just out of spite. Just out of spite. See, I thought Zuma would be the lone wolf as well, but I guess he does have lots of guys around him. So that means that because I'm spiting people, I'm not adding it to paranoid, that means Scaredy Cat wins. There you go. Are you happy? Hmm? Was it worth it? Was it worth it in the end? I don't hate people. It's just I wanted my 10%. No, I've got 5% now, and I'm going to use it in the most annoying way possible. What? Even with my 5%? Oh shit, no, you're right. Alright. That's a really good point. Sorry guys. If you give me 10%, I could have changed things. Well, sorry. Sorry, support. I'm sorry, support, but nobody agrees with you. Alright. That's why I voted 5. Right. Toaster is a man of evil. There we go. 20. Oh, man. Taru's not the most fun character to figure out here. Right. What are we thinking then, guys? What are we thinking? No, I'm not apologizing to you. Why would I? Why would I apologize? Scout. Yeah, Scout is pretty good. Scout is pretty good for this. Yeah. I feel like Turbo Granny's the mascot. Yeah. I feel like Turbo Granny's the mascot. He's just plastic. That's a good point. He's not a liability. When has he ever been a liability? When has he ever been a liability to anyone? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we even need to vote on this one. I don't think we need to vote on this one. You guys want a democracy. I'm going to give you fucking loads of it. I'm going to give you as much democracy as you can fucking handle. It's going to be so bureaucratic. It's going to be so bureaucratic that it's going to really annoy all of you. It's going to be really, really bureaucratic. Because you wanted your democracy and you'll get it. And as a consequence of that, stuff will take ages to get done. Now, if you would have allowed me my 10%, things would have gotten done far easier. Where will he put his 5%? Wherever it's going to be the most annoying. You have rights. We have rights now. No! No! For fuck's sake, guys. Why do you want them? Why do you want them? You're not tired of thinking. You've had such a long day. All of you, guys, you've had such a long day today. Why don't you just want to... Why don't you want to just relax? Why don't you want to just relax and, like, just not think about anything? You should just relax and not think about anything and let me deal with it for you. You know? You've been working so hard. And I see that. I recognize that. And I want you to just take a minute to relax. But you insist on voting. And having this whole freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Bullshit. Come on, guys. You don't need it. You don't need it. You know? I'm always thinking, I fucking despise that shit. He's doing the thing. This is bullshit. I hate all y'all. Yeah, the screenshot. So fucking annoyed. No. yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Orbis. You know what? That's a good idea. But Father, I yearn for the pools. The bowls. Okay, alright. Okay. Alright. fucking despise that you just did that, Toaster. Unbelievable. All right, so we all in agreement. We all in agreement to pass the decision to not vote on Taro. Just as a final kind of like layer to you know, checks and balances, guys. Checks and balances. Checks and balances. It's really important. You know. Sorry, it's just a bureaucratic nightmare. Like, after this, I need to make sure that it's sent down to head office and everything. Can we redo it? Yeah, we can redo it straight after this one if you like. Straight after this one if you like. Yeah, sorry guys, not everybody voted on that one. Yeah. Vote if we should do the review. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. I'm not electing a committee. Absolutely fucking not, alright? This is not that kind of situation. Alright? No one else gets the decisions here. Frankly, the fact that you've even got this is because by the grace of me, I've allowed you to have it. Alright? Yeah, you made a mistake. Yeah, you made a mistake. You should have given me the 10%. Right, let's just say that that's I. Alright, so we're going to move into Scout. Boom. Perfect. That's 3. Just 2 more, guys. Just 2 more. Where's my die? Hey, you. Careful. No, not you. Here we go. Ah. Whoa. What was it? 8. Okay. Look at it go. 8. My boy. The one, the only, the Zoomer. Get out of here. Get out of here. Vote for Toaster. Do not vote for Toaster. He's the kind of guy. He's the kind of guy who will burn your toast. All right. I've said it for a long time. He's the kind of guy that will burn your toast. And that's that. There's nothing really more to say about that. I'm pretty sure he's a communist. I'm pretty sure he's a fucking commie, so don't vote for him. New ideas are scary. Alright? New ideas are scary. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Makes you think twice, doesn't it? You thought you knew him. You thought you knew him. Yeah, you thought you knew him. Well, he represents a different school of thought to you, so think about that. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Tiago. I don't know if they're the ones that... Oh my god, what am I looking? Yeah. Smear campaign immediately, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a good question, Viz. That's a good question. I ask myself that every stream. So, right, guys. What are we thinking for Zuma? We're thinking Lone Wolf. We're thinking Wild Card, bitches. Zuma. Alright, okay. Okay. So we're thinking Wild Card, Lone Wolf. Any more for any more? Any more for any more? What else could he run on? Yeah, I mean, he is the most... This guy is the most likely badass in the entire universe. Alright? Like, he's the most likely badass. Yeah, I think Baker might be more of a lone wolf as well, to be honest. That's actually quite a good point. You know? I mean, you could call him a weapons expert because he uses umbrellas. Right? Like, that's his whole thing, is using umbrellas. Melee master. No, I feel like Okarun's the melee master. Right? It feels like Okarun's the melee master. The guy literally slams his head into people. You know? Yeah. Optimist is not bad, to be fair. Oh yeah, GG might be the melee master. No, that's a good point. Manjiro throws hands. That's true as well. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, isn't it? Optimist is quite nice, but he also had a bit of a... he is an optimist, isn't he, actually? You know? There are a lot of people who are going to be able to go for melee master. No, Momo's the genius. Hi, Yasmin. We are doing a zombie apocalypse with the Dandadan characters and assigning them roles. It's actually more difficult than you would think. Mind you, I suppose even if you were to say that, like Seiko uses her bat, doesn't she? So yeah, Optimist isn't bad actually. Optimist is not bad. This is quite hard. You know? Seiko's the optimist. Yeah. This is not easy. I think... This is a hard one. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I think I'm inclined to agree support, so I'm just gonna make this your guys' problem. So, Wolf, what did we say? Optimist. What else did we say? What else did we say? Yeah, I think Seiko might be a wild card. Opportunist. You say opportunist? How is he opportunist? Out of curiosity. I think we could probably put scapegoat in here because everybody kind of like hates like kind of feels because he's kind of like an outsider in a way, right? Like people look at him badly, I guess. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people kind of look at the bad kids like they're the problem, right? I think that his role in society is kind of scapegoaty, you know? Just generally speaking, I feel like that's the case. Okay. Looks like Lone Wolf is where people are going. That's a good point, Yasmin. Gigi does have a kind of wild card element to him, doesn't he? Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, I'm definitely more inclined to say optimist than I am Lone Wolf, to be honest. Like, because he kind of isn't really a lone wolf. He has a gang of people. He has a gang of people that he wants to drag into a better life, right? I think Optimist is the one. Personally, like his whole thing is forcing himself to be an optimist, even though the world has given him such pain. Right, like his ability to overcome the control of the fairy tale card is through optimism. It's through looking at the world through the lens of you have to try. You know, he has in a way a kind of revolutionary optimism and a revolutionary type, right? A revolutionary type is someone who fundamentally has to only be an optimist, right? You don't get to can we go again? I'll put in another vote to a revote to see if we pass this through your precious democratic checks and balances, guys. But the like even his Jean Valjean kind of like thing, he appeals to that like frequently as a you know, as when he's using his powers. That's a revolutionary mindset, you know. Like a revolutionary has to be an optimist, because you go through the hardest things, the most awful things. You sacrifice friends and family, and you are looked down on and hated by the world, but that is in service of a greater picture that you believe can come about one day. He picks all these people from the dregs of society, the people that nobody cares about, the people who are unheard and unseen, and he gives them purpose. He fills them with purpose, that despite where the fuck you come from, doesn't matter what the world has done to you, doesn't matter what the world has fucking done for you, to you, you can be someone. You can be more than what the world forces you into the mold of. You can be better than what the world wants you to be, even if that, especially when that's difficult. That is optimism incarnate. That's a revolutionary, man. Zuma is a great character because he doesn't look the role, man. He doesn't look like the guy. He doesn't look like the guy, but he is. And that's the thing. He's a wonderful character, and it doesn't matter how much pain he carries. You can't imagine how much pain someone like him carries. You know? Could you imagine that? Like, really, and really think about it. He watched his mother throw herself in front of a train and try to take him with her, and he still manages to find it in his heart to be more, and to try to lead other people into being more. I don't know if I could be as strong as that. No, yeah, Toaster for sure. It takes, and to try to galvanize and coalesce other people into the same way of looking at the world is incredible. And to have that hate brought to the surface and brought to bear to try to burn the world down, and to overcome that in spite of that, is amazing. That takes a strength of character that you can't even begin to picture, because hatred is intoxicating, man. Hating someone is so fucking easy, and because it's easy, it's inviting, because you don't need to think about it when you hate. There's a lot of hate, man. It's really easy. There's so much fucking hate out there, dude. But like, to understand and to overcome and to be hated because you want to help other people, that's optimism. And now look at you. Now look at all of you. Ooh, add your 5%, please. Fucking some of you voted 0% earlier, and I bet some of the people who voted 0% earlier are just begging to have the 5% added. Yeah. Think about that. Think about that. Alright? Next time that you have a little cry about Michael wanting 10%, think about that. Forgot my pettiness. I'll tell you what as well, right? Talking about it was really, really good, because it was good to kind of like start start kind of vibing on the character and start to see the vote shifting. That's what it must be like to be like a politician, right? Like a good politician. Because it's like you can see it moving. I was like, oh, this is like a powerful feeling, right? And now the 5% actually means something. So now all counts are final, idiots, unless I say so. All counts are final unless I say so. Shadow. Oh man, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I can be two people at once. Optimist it is, bitches. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Also, worth acknowledging, support, nice suggestion. Nice suggestion. It works really well. It works really well. Right, one more. One more, bitches. Let's go. I'm thinking it's gonna land on 4. I'm thinking 4. Fucking bullshit. I want to go again. Hold on. That one didn't count. That one didn't count. No, that one didn't count. No, that one didn't count. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. What? It landed on 4. No way. No way. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. No way. That's what I just guessed. That's crazy. I just guessed that. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, we better do that. The die said so, didn't it? That's crazy. Nah, I can't even believe it. I don't even believe it. Yeah, anyway. Man, tell you what. It's crazy how good I am with these predictions. No, Toaster, you're right. You're right. I'm shocked as well. I'm as shocked as you are. Probably more, actually. I'm probably more shocked than you are. Yeah, I know. Rookstradamus strikes again. Yeah, for real. For real. Anyway, what we thinking about my boy Gigi? What we think about my boy Gigi? By the way, this is a really good picture of Gigi. Blissy. Nice work. This is a really good picture of Gigi. These are all really good. Where are these from? Are these from the Daizukan? These are really good pictures. I like all of them. Is it? Yeah. No, this is really good. All the little wild card. Okay, we're thinking wild card. We haven't locked in Mai for it. The liability. The liability? What do you mean? I guess he was a liability for a while. He was a liability for a while, wasn't he? The Momo is the genius. She says, yes, I am. That's what she says. Yeah, he's the liability in the... No, I refuse to allow Gigi to be listed as the liability. No. We're not allowing it. It's not happening. It's not going on. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, you could make the argument the unlikely badass because he does eventually harness his chi to become an absolute powerhouse, you know? Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like I hear what you're saying. She does refer to him as a genius. No, I hear you. Honestly, I think Wildcard is the one. I think Wildcard is the one. Like, I hear what you mean about liability, but I feel like a lot of those traits are still more Wildcard-like than they are liability. You know? Yeah, I mean, you just don't know who you're gonna get, right? You just don't know who you're gonna get. And you if you have GG, great. If you have the evil eye, can also be great at times. But you just don't know which one you're going to get in what scenario. Sometimes you need a GG and he's evil eye. Sometimes you need evil eye and you get a GG. You know? Okay. Alright, I'm just going to put him up to the vote. I'm just going to put him up to the vote. What were the other ones we said? Wild card, liability. Unlikely badass. And we said, did somebody else say something? I like splitting the vote as much as possible. I guess genius. Some of you guys said genius. You know, vote in the way that your heart says. Scapegoat actually would have been quite good. Scapegoat actually would have been quite good because everybody was blaming him for the thing, for the Evil Eye arc. But we all know it's going to be wild card. We all know it's going to be wild card. Really. Oh, scales. Yeah. Look, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Oh, we got a new member in the Discord, which puts us up to 200 members, guys. Wow. Wow. 200 members in the Discord. Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord, guys. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan and other stuff. Lots of other things. It's the best place to stay up to date with the channel as well. Like you know, we're always doing stuff over there. Talking about Dandadan every week when the chapter drops, and there's also Twitch, which is also in the description of this video now as well. You know, lots of different places where we can all join in and do stuff. I don't know if I'll make a 200 club. I'll probably make like, I don't know. I have a 100 club, maybe a 200 club. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, like lots of places, guys. And the real benefit of this stuff is that we're able to kind of like jump on and do more stuff like generally together. You know, Twitch is likely going to be a Friday thing. Hope that you guys would enjoy that. It's been very successful so far. I've really enjoyed it so far. And yeah, I mean, it's been great. So the more of you guys over there, the better. It also means that I can just impromptu jump on whenever I feel like it, which is also really nice because, you know, not everything needs to be massively scheduled, right? Beyond that, I've also got a pumpkin there. Gonna do some carving. Gonna do some Dandadan carving, guys. I don't know what day that will be. So stay tuned. And the best place to stay up to date with what's happening on the channel, besides on the channel, is through the Discord, guys. I regularly update it with anything that I'm doing and when I am going live, guys. Best place on the internet for Dandadan and Safety Zone Rookie. That's Patreon link in the description. Join as a free member to get access to the Discord link. It's the best place on the internet for Dandadan. Yeah, right, okay. I think we are going to go with the wild card. Wild card! What am I going to carve? I don't know. I don't know. There are a lot of suggestions thrown around. I think that I might make... I think I'll probably do it on YouTube rather than on Twitch. Well, my 5%... I know what you're doing. We both know that it would be worthless anywhere, but I'll add it to wildcard just to add to its absolute domination. Yeah, this one's bothering me because it's a bit of blue. Yeah, this one's got a little bit of blue as well. There we go. No, this one's got a little bit of blue as well. Come on. There we go. Oh. Woof. Let me tell you, that was stressful. That was stressful. Oh, fuck, there's a bit on here. Come on. Work with me here, come on. There we go. Good. No, I needed to get the blue bits. It was very important. But yeah, so I haven't decided whether or not to do. By the way, is there a way to save this, Blissey, or does it autosave? Or does it autosave? I'll trust you to let me know. But the awesome, great. So I can just leave now. Thank you, Blissey, again. Absolutely amazing work. But what was I saying? Yes, the pumpkin carving thing. I am going to maybe do that here. I think I probably will because it's kind of going to be Dandadan focused. So I'll probably do that on YouTube. I don't know what day. Stay tuned, I suppose. It could be next week, maybe next week. I haven't decided yet. So stay tuned. And then obviously there is a not really toaster. I need to think about how to plug it in, the functionality, because I'm so behind with things, but it would be nice to maybe simultaneously cast it on both. But I'll see if there is a downside to it. I'll do some research into it. Besides that, I mean, yeah, there's lots of really cool stuff going on the channel. I've got a few ideas for video content. I've been in a bit of a writing block recently, guys, which can be difficult to work your way out of at times. But I've got a good idea for a few different things. That I'm wanting to work on. Some of it kind of Halloween-y. I don't know how well it will do, but some of it kind of Halloween-y. Catch ya. But yeah. So I'm kind of hoping to figure that out a little bit. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, like, not everything kind of like does super well, and that's fine. Like, yeah. But yeah, it's been good. It's been enjoyable. I really like to see when the streams get a lot of activity. It adds a lot of kind of like a kineticism to things, right? Like, it just makes the whole chat so much more vibrant and alive and busy, and it's always really cool to know that there are people who are actually listening to me, which is really cool. Like, it wasn't long ago, guys, and a lot of you guys in the chat will remember this, but it wasn't long ago that we were averaging like 18 views, like 18 viewers a stream on average, and peaking like max at 30. Now we peak in the hundreds, and we average in like the 70s, 80s, and that to me is fucking cool, you know. It's because you got here, Toaster. They're like, that's where he is. We better go jump on the same stream as him. But yeah, no, I mean, back in the day, I remember being absolutely hyped about the one of the trailer videos because it was like, what, 50 viewers or something, and now we're doing that on average at least. So, you know, it's pretty cool. Oh, I don't think it'll be in the millions. I wouldn't want it to be too big anyway, just because I like to be able to know everybody's kind of like who's in the comments and stuff. And look, I mean, you know what's really cool? I'll tell you what's really fucking badass, guys. If you go into the live chat there, if you go into the live chat and scroll, you'll see that many of you are in green. And that's because you're supporting the channel. And that's very, that's cool. not, you know, like for me, it's always been about not just pumping up the numbers of the channel. It's nice to see the channel growing. It means, it's really, you know, obviously it means a lot to me to see the channel growing, but it really, for me, it's all about the caliber of the viewership, how well they kind of like are in tune with the content, and I feel like we've struck a really nice kind of balance of growth alongside kind of a very deep community. which a lot of other channels could only hope for. So let's keep that up. You know, let's keep that up for sure. You know, Blissy supports the channel. You benefit from it, but you know what I mean. Even so, that it indicates a lot of a lot of thingies. No, totally, lol, totally. I appreciate that massively as well. Anybody who is supporting on Patreon, massively important to me. Genuinely, guys. Anybody who supports in any way at all is super important to me. Even if there's like 99p or something donation is fucking crazy. Genuinely very important. So there's no right way to do it, but thank you for taking the time out to think about how about the split. You know. Anyway, guys, this has been fun. As always, I'm glad that we had a good one. I'm glad that we had a good chapter. And I'm so excited for next week's chapter. Let's do this shit. Okay? Let's do this shit. Let's get that shit. Okay? I'm really excited, guys. I'm invigorated. I'm inspired. Let's try and keep that going for as long as we can, because you gotta find what you like in life, guys, and fucking hold on tight for dear life. Alright? Because they're the things that make it worth living. Random British man. This is like, honestly, I swear to God that what you are doing is exactly why the US had a revolutionary war. Taxation and zero representation. Sorry, idiots. Sorry, idiots, as I sip on my tea, on my tiny little teacup. Sorry, idiots. Alright, guys. Anyway, I'm out of here. See you later.